This is Russ. I'm headed out of Costco, but I have to head to the gas station. Yeah, I usually get gas before I go into Costco. This time I'm getting gas after coming out of Costco. That's not my norm, but I passed it on my way in. I said, forget it, I'll get it later. So anyway, I have some things I'd like to discuss with you guys concerning drivers. Yep, drivers. And pedestrians. Might as well talk about them both. I've had issues with both. Not issues per se with them, but in general. Okay? Like the guy that's right in front of me now, he's kind of hogging both the left and right turn lanes, and he's not moving, so we don't know if he's turning right or left. Okay, he's taking left. Yep. Little things that irritate you when you're driving. All right, let me do the gas first. I'll do the gas and I'll come right back and tell you my frustrations with some of the things going on. Sit tight. Okay, I am back. Let me tell you what irritates me with some drivers. Besides the last guy that just irritated me with taking up both lanes. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, sometimes you get out of a store, you get in the car, and you want to back out. Well, you can't back out because some guy's basically blocked you in because he's waiting for something to open up, right? And nothing's opening up, all right? Let's just put it that way. Nothing is opening up. But he's literally blocked you in because he's parked diagonally, I should say, perpendicularly, that's a hard word to say, right behind your car. And so you're looking around, you're going, is he waiting for a car to get out? And you're looking, nobody's making an effort to get out. So he's basically sitting there waiting for a spot to open. All right. So now you can't get out because his car is directly behind your car. You can't back out of your spot, right? I don't know why people do that. I've seen people also where they park in front of the stores, but they won't park the car in a spot when there is an open spot. Have you seen that before? Where maybe they dropped somebody off, okay, and then they just stay there. Okay, now there's empty spots almost directly in front of the guy, but he won't pull into the spot. He'll just sit right where he dropped off that person until the person comes out, blocking everybody. Isn't that irritating to you? To me, that's irritating because now you're causing a traffic hazard because now cars have to go around you. You're literally in front of the store, so now people can't even walk into the store without going around your car, and yet they stay there. I don't seem to understand why people do stuff like that. Let me know if you've seen this happen before, whether you've experienced this before. What do you do? Do you confront the guy? Do you just look at him? What do you do? The thing is that if you confront people today, you don't know how they will react, right? There's too many stories of people pulling a gun out and shooting you. So you don't really want to do anything. So do you just sit and take it? Do you sit and take it? Or do you confront the person? I don't know. It's irritating. Well, even when you're driving too, sometimes people irritate you when you're driving. This is why there's so much road rage, I think. I would say in general as a driver, I'm pretty conservative in how I drive. I don't speed with my car. I don't speed. And if I speed, it's probably maybe up to 5 miles an hour faster than the speed limit. But most people who've been in my car with me have said, man, Russ, you don't go too fast, do you? I go, no, because the speed limit says 50, I do 55 at most, I don't speed. But I'm not slow either. You know, if the speed limit says 50, I'm not doing like 30, all right? But I don't speed. People have noticed that. Other things is, you know, whenever there's a stoplight, stop sign, I will stop at the stoplight and stop signs. You know, may not necessarily stop at stop signs when I'm riding my bike, as you know, but that's a whole different story. You know, but technically, you should be stopping at stop signs. But that's getting into all that stuff again, so I'm not going to talk about that. But as far as a car driver, I would say I'm pretty conservative. Yeah. The only accidents I've ever been in were caused by other people. People who rear-ended me. I got rear-ended twice. And then one time, somebody turned left directly in front of my car on an icy road, so I couldn't stop, so I hit them, but they got ticketed for turning left directly in front of me. So I've never caused an accident. I've been in 3 accidents, but none of them were actually my fault. And 2 of the 3 times the people were ticketed. The third time, the lady was backing out of her driveway and backed right into me. I mean, there's nobody there. I mean, it's a private street, so we exchanged information, and then the insurance company contacted her insurance company, and then they paid for the damage, of course. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Have you been in weird accident situations or near accident situations with your car? Things that really irritate you. It wasn't your fault, right? Okay, if it was your fault, let me know too. If you want to admit guilt. People are always afraid to admit guilt. They'll admit things that weren't their fault. But if you want to admit some guilt, feel free to do so. Let me know. Yeah, I think people get more irritated driving than they do maybe on their bikes. What do you think? I mean, there are some bike riders who are aggressive. You know, these are the guys that call us cheaters when we're on our e-bikes. Or they say, that's not allowed on this road. You know, that type of thing. Yeah. Irritating. I haven't heard the word cheater in a while, though. I've been riding my bike mostly on the streets lately, as you might know. Sometimes I'll hit the forest preserve or the bike path, but more often than not, I'm on the street. In fact, as I head back, contemplating going out on the bike again, it still has some haze. This is the Canadian fires that had happened. By the time you guys see this video, it would have probably blown over by then. But yeah, I'm still way ahead of you guys in videos. I can't just throw them in at this point. I have to start putting them in the back end of the pile of videos that I've accumulated already, just doing these car rides. But the e-bike rides, yeah, I'm kind of caught up. I need to get ahead a little bit because there are days that I won't be able to go out, and so I need to have several e-bike rides ahead of you guys. But I haven't done that. I'm pretty much caught up. So I figured today I should go out, even though it's hazy out there. But these e-bike rides I've been doing are kind of short. I don't want to stay outside long, especially when air quality is not that great. I mean, I don't want to be breathing it all in. And I guess if you see the haze, you're breathing it as well. I mean, you see the haze in the distance, you see it directly in front of you, but obviously it's directly in front of you too. So what does the temperature say? It says it's like 75 degrees on my car thermometer. So yeah, I think I will take it out today. I will ride the U-Free Stellar Falcon today. Yeah, giving them some ride time that I haven't done last year. I'm getting used to it, I'm getting used to taking the commuter style bikes out more often now. But really, it's I think it's getting to the point where I have more commuter bikes than I do fat tire bikes almost. Yeah, companies are making more of those type of bikes. It's okay. I'm fine with it. There was a time when I said I got to go distance. I got to get bigger batteries. I got to get everything. But I do a lot of rides that are really just around town now. Yeah, I don't go for distance anymore. I don't ride as long as I used to when I first started out in e-biking. I have more of a purpose sometimes, and the days when the days aren't that great, you know, you're cut down in hours anyways because you can't be out there that long. So a commuter style bike is actually easier to ride, in my opinion, than the big fat tire bike because you can maneuver it a lot better. Same thing with the 20-inch fat tire bikes. You can maneuver that better than a 26-inch fat tire bike. But people have asked me if you look kind of funny on it because you're bigger and then you got this small little wheel. I don't think so. I'm used to it. Maybe people who have never seen it before may think it looks a little funny. I don't know. But I like the 20-inch wheel size. So, but I have more big fat tire, well, not necessarily fat tire, but big tire bikes, 26 and 27.5-inch tire bikes. Very few 20-inch bikes are still left in my bike stable. Yeah, we've moved a number of them out because some of them, you know, are being discontinued, or you know, just have to move things out in order to get new ones in, and then you have to make a decision which one stays and which one goes. It's like the Sophie's Choice. You ever see that movie? Yeah, kind of a heartbreaking type of movie. But anyway, that's basically all I have for you guys for today. I just wanted to vent some frustration with some of the drivers that I've seen and some of the behaviors of drivers. Let me know in the comments below, you know, as far as your experiences with some drivers. You know, you can vent out your frustrations there too. Anyways, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.